Well, hi friends, Doc South here, scratching his ear, and when I really should be scratching my head. The I've been hearing a word all of a sudden. Have you noticed how it's? I'll bet you if this would be interesting to do if you get this video, take a take a morning, take a day, and when you wake up in the morning, okay, and you go through your day, every time you hear the word iconic, just make a little mark on a piece of paper. I'll bet you we hear that word. The average person, I'll bet, hears that word probably 20 times a day nowadays. You know, if you're watching TV or you see it written somewhere, the iconic Buick for 19, not 19, for 2018, the iconic Electra. I don't even know if they make Buick Electras anymore, but the probably wouldn't. People would think it was an electric car, wouldn't they? Yeah, but but we have so that word all of a sudden is just in there. Everything's iconic. Have you noticed all of a sudden? Yeah. I'm going to try to count today and let you know, but I got a hunch. Oof, quite a few times, and it seems to be just loosely thrown around nowadays. Yeah, it used to be, gosh, well, back when I was a kid, you only used iconic when you meant it. You know, now all of a sudden I don't know, it just seems to be a way of saying something's good, and which is fine. I mean, if there's a new word coming in. So I looked it up, and an icon is, well, besides being something you see on a computer display screen, and I don't think that's what they're talking about when they say, you know, the new iconic restaurant down on the corner of Fourth and Jones Street. No, it's evidently an object of uncritical devotion, kind of like an idol, right? So I guess that makes sense. That's where you're getting all these movie stars and all. Because honestly, movie stars, I'm sure they're all very. Well, most of them are probably very nice people. The ones I've met have been pretty cool folks to meet. But they aren't Buddha. Yeah. And an icon I always thought was basically, you know, you're in a cathedral and there's statues, various statues of Christ or the Virgin Mary, Joseph, you name it, all the various saints. That would to me would be an icon. And I guess a lot depends. Is something an icon or just a figurine? I guess if you're Christian, sure, a small statue, a depiction of Jesus would be an icon. Whereas a Buddhist might not think that, but they would think a statue of Buddha, right? And I think there's some religions don't believe in icons for whatever reason. Again, that's up to them. The so, but all of a sudden now, lots of stuff. So if you're like if you're a rock star, well, I guess now a little statue of you is an icon. So there's these Elvises, you know, you see quite often various Elvis statues that quite often will wind up on a dashboard, if I recall. Certainly the Hula Girls, yeah. Well, yeah, think about it. Sure, they're works of art. I could see where you'd say, "Boy, I tell you," the, and so they I guess would they be a figurine or an idol? I guess if you were in the Navy, they'd be and yeah they'd be again an icon, right? the And then also, I guess a lot of it depends on whether you've had anything to do with the particular figurine. For instance, here, unless you're Kermit the Frog, a rubber ducky is pretty much uh, just a figurine. Now, if you're Kermit, remember he had that song, Rubber Ducky. Well, there you go, Rubber Ducky. You're the one. You make bath time so much fun. There you are. Or if you're into rubber, I could see someone describing a rubber ducky race down a stream as an iconic event. Uh, right. The worthy of esteem, I think, is what they're saying. Um, yeah, worthy of uncritical devotion. Sure, if you're into rubber ducky racing. Now, a guy who worked on the loading dock at the old A&Ps would probably think This is an icon. You and you know, I guess it all depends where you put this too. You might put this right next to your alarm clock where you wake up in the morning, and there you are. You've yeah, you remember the good old days when you know, knocked down. These things held about 20 pallets of product. If you're into coffee, now if you're not, if you're into tea, this wouldn't help you much. But see, A&P coffee. The 8 o'clock brand and the Bocar brand, sure, there you are. These would be icons. You'd put your money in these, you know, and use it for good purposes. Right. If you're a fan of, and then again, I guess figurines, I guess anyone that's iconic, what they got to do is get themselves down to, they've got to get themselves down to the local sculpture and get a figurine made. They got to get them out on the market. There's money to be made, and devotion to be had, and like, well, Stimpy did that. See, yeah, or no, this is Ren, isn't it? Yeah, this is Ren, but there he is in his bathtub, a little icon. Yeah, a Ren and Stimpy icon. The oh, I know. Excuse the bubbles. Well, he just couldn't help it, and the but there you are. Oh, I gotta maybe get a Doc South icon. Yeah, I don't think I'm iconic. I don't think anyone's described me moronic perhaps, but not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Gotta talk to my agent, get him on the line. Hey, I want to be an icon. Get on it. Okay, yes, sir. It'll cost you extra. I don't care what it costs, as long as it don't cost over $40. Okay. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to consider what things you're considering icons, because it sort of says a lot about you. Right? Huh? Yeah. Oh, dear. Well, anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you later. But there you go, icon. Go. I'll tell you what. Report back though. I would. How many times this day, on a given day from sun up to sundown, did you hear the word icon, iconic, or iconically? Right. I'd like to hear, because all of a sudden it's everywhere you look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you later, friends. Bye now.